Namaskar friends, this is NJ, host on this channel, continuing our discussion on understanding the 7th house lord's placement in different nakshatras. In this video, we will try to understand what kind of distinctive personality traits you can find in your partner, what could be the theme of your matrimonial life or your public image, your outlook towards looking at or seeing the world. All of that which gets determined by the 7th house lord planet. So in this video we will try to understand its placement in the nakshatra number 15, which is the Swati nakshatra. Because guys, you have to understand this thing, that if 7th house lord planet who gets this department of giving you information about your matrimonial life, if this planet signifies or can be seen as carrying the personality of your partner, so when we talk about the underlying traits, so you have to give attention to in which zodiac sign and within zodiac sign in which nakshatra your 7th house lord planet is sitting. And in this playlist what we are trying to do is that we are trying to understand the qualities of all the nakshatras on the basis of 4 categories, that what could be the strength side of that nakshatra, what could be the connected weaknesses, what kind of opportunities your 7th house lord planet, if being placed in this nakshatra, can bring in your life, and at the same time what could be the most dreaded or threatful side of that given nakshatra. So guys, before we will start our discussion, first we will try to understand some of the general qualities being represented by this Swati nakshatra. So as you know that this nakshatra occupies the region in the zodiac belt within the Libra sign from 6 degree 40 minutes till 20 degree. So just because it is lying completely deep in the Libra sign, which is being ruled by the planet Venus, so Venusian qualities you can fairly find getting prominence in the energies of this nakshatra. But that is not enough. Even the rulership of this nakshatra goes to the planet Rahu. So whenever the energies of Rahu and Venus combines, it just creates lot of passion and at the same time a degree and sense of luxury, having a very good and refined taste in the life and at the same time good diplomatic skills as well. And guys, if you have to even understand the deity, the god which presides over this nakshatra, so that is the Vayu Devta or the wind god. So you have to understand this thing. Even in Ayurveda, a lot of attention has been given to controlling your breathing practices. Like in Ayurveda, our like the breathing air is being classified in 5 categories: Pran, Apan, Saman, Udan and Vyan. So I mean to say guys, see, if you will try to understand that giving attention to the breathing practices, doing the pranayam, so how can it help your life? How could it change the circumstances? So you have to understand the whole process. If you will give attention to your breathing, it is going to impact your thoughts. Thoughts are going to impact your action. Your actions are actually going to take up the shape of a habit, which is going to take up the shape of a character, behavior, and then that is going to impact and influence your circumstances. So because of which the wind god preside over as the deity, as the god in the energies of this nakshatra. And you have to understand this thing, that even in our Vedic scriptures, Lord Hanuman, who is a significator of strength, wisdom, fairness, unconditional service, even Lord Hanuman is the son of the wind god only. Even the planet of service, Saturn attains maximum exaltation in the Swati part within the Libra sign only. So because of which guys, the energies of this Swati nakshatra holds lot of importance. So that is something guys which I wanted to tell you as a part of the general introduction of the energies of this Swati nakshatra. Now if you have to categorize it or classify it in 4 categories, that if your 7th house lord is going to be placed in this nakshatra, so the strength side in the behavior of your partner could manifest in a way that when we talk about the sense of fairness, good judgment, long-term planning, having a very refined taste in life, and even guys, I forgot to mention this thing, even the goddess of knowledge and learning, goddess Saraswati, is also being attached with the energies of this nakshatra only. So I mean to say, this nakshatra not only holds lot of intellectual talents, lot of learning potential, savviness in the behavior, good taste in the life. I mean to say, it will not be an exaggeration to say this thing. And I have, even in my research, I have seen lot many millionaires, lot many billionaires with their important and prominent planets being placed in this Swati Nakshatra. So I mean to say, guys, when we talk about the energies of the Rahu rules 3 nakshatras: Adra, Swati, Sadbhisha. So Adra represents Rahu's like unpredictable, chaotic side. Sadbhisha represents Rahu's mystical and illusionary side. But when we talk about Rahu's rajasic, luxury loving, materialistic side, that manifests itself. Rahu's savvy side, diplomatic side, that manifests its energies in the behavior of this Swati Nakshatra. So I mean to say, if your 7th house lord is going to be placed in this nakshatra, that too specifically, let's say for example planet like Mercury, Venus, Saturn, and even if whatsoever planet is your 7th house lord, if Rahu is also sitting there conjunct with that planet, so it means a lot of good results in the form of savviness in the behavior, good intellectual personality can be experienced, can be seen. Now guys, moving to the next section. If you want to understand the connected weaknesses in the energies of this nakshatra, so like the way I was telling it to you, that many times it has been seen that these people also have a tendency of procrastinating or delaying or postponing things just to maintain the harmony, just to maintain the balance, and just to make everyone happy. So which is not always possible. You just cannot make everyone happy at the same time. So I mean to say, this nakshatra do not have lot many negative energies or vulnerability in its functioning, but yes, when we talk about long-term planning or little bit prospects or fear of going or becoming indulgent, so that could be connected as one of the attached weaknesses in the functioning of this nakshatra's energies. Now guys, moving to the next section. Now if you want to understand the connected opportunities, so like the way in this whole video, in this whole discussion, I've been giving attention over this section that this nakshatra has got the potential of giving you a life filled with luxury, a life filled with a strong social influence, strong social contacts. And not only that, guys, there is one thing that, you know, just luck supported you in the form of getting inheritance, getting wealth, or being born with a silver spoon. Here I'm talking about that no matter how much wealth you have amassed, still at the same time you will be perceived, you will be seen as a very intellectual as well, as a learned person as well. So all of those potential this nakshatra's energies carry within itself. So I mean to say, summarizing it, not only it has the potential to give you success, you can climb the ladder of success because of your good interpersonal relationship management, good social skills, and at the same time it's you only who's going to have strong intellectual talents as well. So now when we talk about your 7th house lord's placement, so I mean to say your partner might be carrying on all these energies, or let's say for example through marriage you might also gain all these merits. So this is how you can see the connected opportunities with the functioning of this nakshatra. And guys, the last section, if you have to understand the, you know, when we talk about the most dreadful or threatful side of the manifestation of the energies of this nakshatra. So you have to understand this thing, that because of the combination of the Rahu and the Venusian energies, there is always this fear of person becoming an indulgent or hedonistic or a lush, where there will be too much attention or obsession given to sex, money. There could be law related trouble as well. So I mean to say that could happen at the case of an extreme affliction only. And at the same time, friends, you have to understand this thing, that you become vulnerable to, you become prone to getting entangled in any of the karmic afflictions. So those possibilities of afflictions are at its peak whenever planets like Saturn, Rahu and Ketu gain prominence in someone's life. So I mean to say, like the way I was telling it to you, as a part of its weakness, that they can procrastinate a lot, many times. Oh my god, crow has come, I was talking about the karmic energies. So I mean to say, many times it has been also seen this thing that if your 7th house lord is being placed over here in this nakshatra, so just in order to find that perfect partner, native keep on procrastinating, keep on delaying the good prospective right matches as well. Because you have to understand this thing, not only all those people who are underqualified, they become a victim of not finding the right partner. Many times what happen is that if you have all the planets in a very strengthened state, your qualifications, your earnings are so strong, so high, that many times your profile gets so strong that you are not able to find a compatible partner. So I mean to say, in any ways, now this could be native by himself delaying, postponing all the prospective matches, and at its extreme afflicted side, if your 7th house lord is placed in the 5th house, and there is an influence of Ketu over there, there is an influence of the Scorpio sign over there. So then in those kind of circumstances, the karmic energies can gain predominance and reducing your free will to a great extent. So those could be the extreme cases, guys, but otherwise general rule is that the energies of this nakshatra are very positive, have the capacity to give someone success in the materialistic realm, and at the same time having giving a very intellectually sound mind as well, intellectually sound personality as well. Friends, I mean to say, we are already living in the day and age of technology, artificial intelligence, space exploration, machine learning. So because of which, and with the passage of time, this new age of Aquarius has already started, which is being co-ruled by, even the sign of Aquarius is being co-ruled by Rahu itself, which predominantly own this nakshatra's energies. So because of which, combining all these features, having your 7th house lord's placement in the Swati nakshatra can be seen as a very good sign. So this is something, friends, which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs for the 7th house lord's placement in the Swati nakshatra. For further more updates and notifications on the divine science of astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and like my Facebook page. Thank you.